Welcome back to TMNT Gabotico.
Such a logo.
Yeah.
I gotta say that I am digging, however, the retro intro song.
Yeah, that's actually a pretty good. That's a pretty good part of this. Yeah.
I'm assuming that this isn't the character you're playing as. This is just the generic how to play character.
Yes. Yes. Actually, that how to play did not help. Will not help you at all. Just to give you a hint. Right. As of current, there's only one character to select from, and that's going to be Leo.
And that is a horrible drawing of him. Jeez. It's like someone saw Comic Zone and said, you know what? I can make the artwork even worse.
Comic Zone wasn't that bad of a game, though.
I know. Comic Zone was an awesome game, but it's like they... Oh, foot from out of fucking nowhere.
Well, yeah, because they gotta capture Master Splinter.
Oh, don't show him leaving. Just say Foot Soldier leaves.
Well, it gets better on the next page, or after so.
The writing, jeez. Oh, you're supposed to go left down, then right down.
I don't honestly know on it. Anyway, we're at the start of the game.
Okay, I will admit that looks pretty boss. That is very nice animation, very nice sprite work.
Oh yeah. Every sprite in this game so far is all custom. None of this is stolen.
Though the sliding does somewhat leave something to be desired. I mean, I understand a sliding attack, but you can't just turn off friction whenever you damn well want it. Also, when you stop walking, which is not going to be often, I know, he looks vaguely constipated.
Yeah. Unlike most Ninja Turtle games, you can't hit the hydrant. I tried and it doesn't do anything. Yeah. It's kind of unfortunate.
I notice also that unlike in the TMNT Brawler, these are all proper foot soldiers who bleed and aren't robots.
Yeah. Yeah, that is pretty much it.
If you want to have someone be captured, first you gotta have to capture April, because she's the generic go-to damsel in distress. And then, while the turtles are busy with her, then Splinter should be caught. Or have them be returning from an adventure, and find that Splinter has been captured that way.
But here's the thing, how could a foot soldier Mook just capture Splinter, though? That guy is, you know...
I know. You'd think if it was anyone, it would be Bebop or Rocksteady, depending on which canon this is going for. Though we've got the cheesy-looking Foot Clan with a foot tattooed to their foreheads, so, you know.
And I died.
Looks like it might be in the cartoon. Oh, and there was a kid down there holding his head for some reason.
Yeah, when we get back to that, you'll see what he's doing. I think he's working on his car.
So, basically, this is one of those old-timey arcade games where it's impossible to beat.
No, it's entirely possible. I just suck at it.
Let me guess, you turn on cheats?
Hell yeah. Because it has it built in, which is nice.
Yeah.
Because the game, unfortunately, only gives you one life to work with before game over's on you.
You know, I bet you I know what it is. The original NES Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles had it so that every single one of your lives was a different turtle. And that's what it's supposed to emulate, but since there's only one turtle currently... that just sort of means that you're never, ever going to be able to get that far.
That might be it. I honestly don't know. Because this is a multiplayer game. You can actually have other players play. I think it's local co-op though, but
yeah, if you ever stop moving around for half a second, you'll see that constipated look. That or he's sitting there looking like, did I leave the oven on? Fuck, I did, didn't I? And of course there's the trench coats that they use to masterfully disguise themselves as talking turtles. Because, you know, a trench coat and a fedora equals completely impossible to see.
It worked for the movie.
Yeah. Though at least they've gone up a bit in the world. Instead of having a dinky little CRT TV, they've got a proper HD flat screen.
Yeah, that's very true. Very true. Now, I think for the Turtles themselves, the art style they're trying to go for is the comics. Or is the comic rendition of the Turtles.
Yeah.
Because I know the 1980s cartoon didn't actually have the Turtles looking that buff.
It might be a combination of the cartoons and the new series. Because the new cartoon series has them looking pretty buff.
All right, yeah, I'll give you that.
And also, I believe they also have the much longer bandanas because you notice normally a bandana does not go down to the small of your back.
Ah.
And this kid is just working on his car, completely ignoring the foot soldiers trying to kill this anthropomorphic turtle in the middle of the street.
Yeah, that's true.
It's like, Jesus Christ, man, I've got to move out of New York. Fucking New York, man.
It gets better later on. I'll point out the next time we see that guy again a little later.
Though I will admit, it is kind of a nice touch that there are other people. Usually in brawlers, the only people you end up seeing are either people you beat the shit out of or people you're trying to save. And there's some anti-turtle graffiti back there.
Yep. And of course the foot soldier graffiti right next to it.
Nah, that doesn't really look like a foot. That looks more like some sort of weird paw.
Well, they never said the foot soldier graffiti artist was that good.
Fair enough. Though, okay, I think the backgrounds are all custom made, and they look very nice. Like, this is a breath of fresh air compared to what you've been making me watch. Now, all they need to do is have the blood effects, you know, trail the blades a bit more, and I might be willing to lay down a couple of dollars to play this.
Well, this is a fan game. It's not actually made by any kind of real developer, so you can't buy this.
Yeah, I know. I'm saying if it was available for sale.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
It's something like this, fully fleshed out, and with online co-op, with better effects for hitting enemies. And there's Johnny stoned out of his mind. Okay, yeah, this is in the new cartoon continuity because Bebop is there. No, that's
Rocksteady. Yeah, but Bebop isn't in a new cartoon. This is just like a callback to any of the old games because they're usually like the first couple bosses.
Oh yeah. Man, it has been so long since I saw the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles cartoon. My mom forced me to stop watching it because I got so hyperactive about it that I started kicking kids in kindergarten.
Well, you said you're watching the new series, right? Do you like that so far?
I've seen a couple of them, but just mostly because there wasn't anything else on. It's decent.
Ah.
I mean, personally, my favorite thing my favorite Turtle series or show that I've seen is the crossover between multiple dimensions of Turtles.
Oh, the movie.
Yeah, the movie. Have you seen that one?
Yeah, I have. And down he goes.
It's just completely and utterly ridiculous and awesome. Like, and it lampshades the hell out of everything. I'm sorry, I'm sorry, it mocks the hell out of everything. Please do not say that. I have visited TV tropes before, but it infects your mind.
Yeah, I agree. Going and looking for one thing and you're there for hours. I know.
Yeah, and then all of a sudden you find yourself thinking those stupid little catchphrases. But yeah, basically it mocks the hell out of the original one, showing that Shredder is just... Shredder is supposed to be this big bad villain, but he is completely and utterly incompetent to the point that the modern Shredder is like, dude, what the fuck?
Well, I know in the new series, the Shredder is actually a lot more formidable, where he can actually take out all 5 turtles in a single fight.
All 4.
Well, all 4, yeah. My bad.
There is no such thing as that girl turtle from that crappy live-action series. She does not exist. She is not canon.
Alright. Now, unfortunately, this is the extent of the enemy types in this game. You got your foot soldiers, your roadkill Rodneys, and your mousers.
There's a foot soldier with a sword.
Yep. He can cause you a lot of trouble if you let him get close.
Are there any combos, or is this just the only one? Just three attack slash?
Yeah, 3 attack and slash is your combo. It's unfortunate, like I said, this is like an early demo, so I'm presuming when they get more characters in, they'll actually add more movesets.
Hopefully, because brawlers live and die on their ability to set up combos. And if it's just the same 3 attacks over and over again, the game isn't gonna go anywhere.
Well, actually, no, I think I actually do have a special, but I never use it because it takes away my energy.
Also, they need to fix the stun locking thing.
Yeah.
Okay, that is not added difficulty. That is just, hey, these guys got surrounded you and are beating you down now, and you can't do shit about it. That's less gameplay and more just completely and utterly frustrating.
Oh man.
But other than that, this seems to be a pretty competent brawler. Especially for someone amateur. I am digging the graphics. They probably could have used concrete sidewalks to better break up the difference between the walls and the floor.
Well, they do have concrete sidewalk right by the door. You can,
Yeah, but what is this? Is this some sort of old English town where we have cobblestones instead of a road?
It looks like it. I don't know.
Because I don't think I don't think New York has, as a modern city, any cobblestone roads.
Yeah, maybe in the older portions. You never know.
Like, I think the closest to any actual road shenanigans of that type is that obscenely curving road, and that's in like LA.
Right now, this might be one of the hardest parts of the game of this demo right here. Is these 3 guys?
That laser.
Oh gosh, that laser. These guys will wreck your
The
day.
thing about laser is they need. Okay, first of all, do you have a block button?
No.
Okay, that's another major thing that they're missing. Brawlers without the ability to block, basically, you're just playing who can hit who fastest. The ability to block means the world. It doesn't have to be like a permanent block. It can be like an instant, like you push a button and you block for like a half second.
Yeah.
I am digging the music though. Sounds very nice. Sounds very 90s. Sounds nice and like it fits the style.
Well, here's the thing. That music is probably one of the few assets that might be taken from another game. It actually comes from Ninja Turtles 2 for the NES or arcade, but they grunged it up to fit the style of the game.
Can you even jump?
Yes, I think so, but I don't think I ever use it.
because if you jump, you could possibly do a jump attack. And jump attacks generally do a lot more damage. Or at the very least, are a lot longer range.
Yeah, I think this game has a jump button, I just never got around to using it, and that might be a problem. But it won't bother us now.
You jumped earlier, and they shot lasers up your face. The thing with the lasers is, you know, you can have lasers that are very fast and hard to dodge, but you need to give some sort of warning. They can't just all of a sudden, whoop, here's my dick out, pew, pew, pew. Okay, I like the dripping pipe. That's a very nice touch. This looks like something that this person actually wants to do. This is a labor of love, really.
Now, the cool thing about the music here gives a nice feeling of desolation and everything.
Well, it's not really desolate if there's a fuck ton of ninja trying to kill you.
You know what I mean, or like desperation, I don't know. It just makes this level feel a little ominous.
Okay, I like the breathing animations. So few fan games have just casual, idle animations, aside from just standing there and staring blankly off into space. I saw that breathing animation for a half second before you did something else, and it made me realize that they put a lot more work into the spriting than I thought. And they still put a lot of work into it.
And it's still I mean, this isn't abandoned either.
There you go with the judo flip.
Yep. I like that judo flip when I can get to use it.
What is it? You just walk into them and hit attack? Also, I noticed that there's a slight difference here. One of the flip has a slightly darker hood, so I'm assuming he's like an elite noob.
I guess, yeah, I think so, yeah. But the sword one does the most damage, but he's also the easiest to take down when you can land a hit on him.
Glass cannon. Yeah, he's strangely thinner than the others.
Huh.
Notice that his arms are not quite as thick as the others.
I actually did not notice that.
Maybe that's why he has a sword. They said, okay. Okay, I like the backgrounds, I like the spriting, but his comic writing needs work. Okay, I'm gonna give this like a B-.
Alright.
I like where this is going, I like what he's doing. I hope he gets to finish this. But I really hope he finds someone who can write dialogue and cinematic type stuff a lot better. Because as it is, the Ninja Turtles would not sit around discussing what to do while a foot soldier is holding Splinter hostage.